Imagine two rooms side by side. They are separated by a door. The state of the door determines whether they are connected or apart.
If the door is closed, so at the middle is a door. This is a room. This is another room. So there is a door at the middle. If the door is closed, it means resources of light will not be able to flow from this room to this room. Resources of air will not be able to flow from this room to this room because the door at the middle is closed. But if the door is open, it means resources of light, air, and other kinds of resources will flow from here to this space because they will become one.
Imagine one of the rooms is sufficient of a lot of resources like air, water,
Light,
food. So, and the other room is deficient of
the same
resources we are talking about. What do you think will happen? As in, what should be the solution? I think the solution is that the door that connected the two rooms together should be open.
I do not think. I actually know that the door should be open. It is a common sense thing to do.
Yes.
Do you know that the same way in relationship, if you are sufficient in wisdom that has to do with financial management, and I am deficient, we have seen couple of relationships, particularly let's use our own relationship as an example. I am an impulsive, spender. Whenever I see a need, I want to meet it. Whenever I have some money and somebody called for help, I don't want to look away. But your own financial intelligence in the area of management, you understand? So now it means you are sufficient in the knowledge or wisdom of managing money. Now, the wisdom there is that I have to open the door for your wisdom of managing money to flow to my own side. Now, nonetheless, if you also now need, because I'm a good money maker, if you also now need the wisdom of making money, you also have to open the door of your heart, of your mind, of your spirit, so that my own wisdom also can flow towards you. The moment your heart is shut, despite you are living with a weakness in marriage, in relationship, the moment your heart is shut for whatever reason it is. For example, in the case of infidelity, the moment you are trying to keep the secret, look at that word, you are keeping the secret. So you are closing up so that your partner will not be able to know the area of your weakness. What happens is that the door is shut, then the strength of your partner will not be able to flow towards you. You will not be able to hold hands together in prayer. You will not be able to share deep things together, and the marriage will remain shallow and eventually get shattered.
Well, that's powerful.
Awesome.
In addition to what you said, we always say two heads are better than one. Two heads.
Good heads.
Oh yes.
Open heads.
Two good heads are better than one.
Yes.
And the Bible also says in the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 20, because he understands the law of romance, saying that, behold, I stand at the door
Mm.
Do you get it? And knock.
Mm.
If any man hear my voice,
Yes.
not only hear and open.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you get it? And open the door.
Mm.
I will do what? I will come into him and dine with him.
That actually,
and him
with me. That is actually the principle of open and close.
Yes.
If I knock at the door and I say hello, and you open, the door was closed before.
Yes.
The closeness of the door is that, or the close. Let me say the close of the door. It brings about lack of romance. It brings about lack of intimacy. So the door is closed. So he's saying that the only way we can come together closer, the only way intimacy, closeness can be established is by your own openness.
Yes.
So openness will give birth to the closeness.
Mm.
So if you open the door, then I will come closer.
Mm. And if the door is not open,
then
will be
separated, will be apart.
Yes.
So that's the wisdom there. When you also look at the Bible in the book of 2 Corinthians 3:18, 2 Corinthians 3:18, he said, but we all with unveiled face. Now look at that. The face was what? Veiled. The face was veiled. But he said, but we all with unveiled face. That means that the veil must be removed. Beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord, and being transformed in the same image from what? From glory to glory, just as by the Spirit of the Lord. In other words, the only way you can come closer to the glory of the Lord, to the strength of the Lord, it is when you come with an open face. So the openness of your face, coming to the Lord the way you are. In your marriage also, to coming to your husband the way you are. You know, we men, we are egoistical in nature. We don't want to appear weak. We don't want to be vulnerable, because we believe if I tell her this mistake, how will she feel? We should not be thinking that I am not strong, enough. But he said, if you come with an open face, then that vulnerability will bring about a kind of intimacy, closeness. So the relational mathematics or the mathematics is that when you are open and I am open, it will give about what? Closeness. But when you are close, that means you close up. You don't want to relate. You don't want to be vulnerable. You just want to be on your own. What happens is that we become separated. That is the principle.
That means there is space.
There is space. Nothing flows from here to here.
And one thing about the devil, whenever you create space, whenever a space is available, or any space available, he's ready to come in between the couple.
The devil always tries by all means to thicken it, to make the space stronger. You see, creation or the forces of life avoids vacuum. So whenever there is this space there, it is either the devil will continue to fill it with hatred, or God continue to fill it with love. So you see, but God wants us to be open to each other. Whenever there is this openness, that's God. Because with love, there is intimacy, there is more love, there is more understanding flowing. And that is what God actually wants us, to do. So that's why we say open and close. If you open, then there will be closeness between us. But if you are close, that means separated, then there is no openness. And we are going to just be like that.
Then you also talk about unveiled face. I think here is also involved in a
E-R. Hearing. Right.
Hearing.
Okay.
Because it's according to that Revelation 3:20 says, if any man, he said, if any man hear my voice and open the door.
Mm-hmm.
For example, couple,
Mm-hmm.
you must be attentive to each other.
I got that.
In the sense that if you don't hear, okay, this is a door. There is a sound. Some people, if their husband is knocking, I'm dying emotionally. The wife will not hear. He said, if any man hear my voice and open, so two things are connected. You hear first, then you open. So some people don't hear. If they don't hear, they cannot open.